Right now, a closer look at the growing backlogs in the criminal justice system and the burdens being placed on public defenders.
Plus, a federal judge handing down a ruling today on a lawsuit filed against the UW regarding the Quintez Cephas case.
And members of the House poised to vote on a bill that would protect same-sex and interracial marriage. Hear from a Madison representative coming up. You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
And thanks for joining us tonight. Imagine you're charged with a crime, but instead of your case moving forward, it stalls for months. And the holdup, no attorney to represent you.
Well, thousands of men and women across Wisconsin don't need to imagine. It's their reality, due in large part to overwhelmed and understaffed public defenders. Naomi Coles reports on the growing caseload crisis.
I reported more than a year ago on growing concerns among attorneys and prosecutors that the pandemic jury trial shutdown was going to bring unmanageable backlogs. Unfortunately, those fears have become the everyday reality all over Wisconsin. It took 16 tries for Dante Wilson to get a public defender after the first had to leave his case. The Blake teenager is accused of killing another teen last Labor Day, and his case has barely begun.
This case is not uncommon for the problem that is occurring right now all over the state.
Janesville-based regional attorney manager Fawn Moses, a public defender of more than 10 years, says it's these kinds of cases that are the hardest to find lawyers for.
Specifically for high-level felony cases, we don't have a lot of attorneys on our certification list to take those kinds of cases. So when we have those cases come to our office, it's a struggle to find attorneys that take those cases.
It didn't used to be this way. Rural Wisconsin counties have typically struggled to hire and keep public defenders, but places like Madison and Milwaukee have historically been better equipped. Not anymore.
The impact on the clients is huge.
The state public defender's office told me their open cases have skyrocketed, specifically 32,000 pre-pandemic to 64,000 in May. During that time, the legislature has only given them one new position. So while their caseloads doubled by the thousands, they also went from 344 trial division attorney positions to 345. Keeping those positions filled, that's a story all its own.
We're losing our attorneys, and then those cases then have to be reassigned to someone else. So they're in the court system for even longer, making sure someone else is getting up to speed on those cases.
When they can't take the cases, public defenders try to get private attorneys to help. They usually want to, but their own backlog is filling up.
They want to help us, they want to help out, they want to take our cases, but they are so overwhelmed.
It's hard not to phrase this as a dire situation for basic constitutional rights of representation. Join me and Fawn Moses again this Sunday on For the Record, where I'll be airing our full conversation.
Naomi, thank you. Taking a look over Madison tonight, another hotter than average day in southern Wisconsin. You can expect more of the same as the week goes on. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Here's meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
It is warm outside right now and also a little windy. Our wind speed's really picking up just in the last few hours. Temperatures today landing in the middle to upper 80s with that breeze coming in from the southwest. Not quite as warm as we were forecasting. That's due to the cloud coverage that we saw throughout most of the morning. Wind gusts peaking at about 35 or 31 miles per hour for Madison, 25 in Janesville, 26 in Mineral Point. Sustained wind speeds right now, still sitting in the middle to upper teens, so it's still quite breezy. That's how things will stay through the evening and likely even overnight. There's a slight chance for an isolated shower, mainly north of Dane County over the next few hours. Most of the area will stay dry, and as we look ahead to tomorrow, we're back to sunshine. We get to enjoy sunshine for our Wednesday. Overnight low temperatures only dropping to about 70 to start off the day tomorrow. We have that slight chance for an isolated shower up until about midnight. Otherwise, breezy and muggy overnight. We're going to stay warm and muggy throughout the rest of the work week. We'll take a closer look at your Fulton day in just a few minutes.
In Milwaukee tonight, police are still searching for a suspect accused of shooting a 24-year-old man multiple times on the interstate. This shooting happened around 8 o'clock last night, leading to the entire southbound I-43 to be closed for several hours. Milwaukee police say they're looking for at least one suspect, and as of now, the victim's condition is also not known. And in Madison, police are looking for a man they say intentionally tripped someone at an abortion rights protest downtown last month, leaving the victim with 2 broken bones. Here is a photo of the man officers are looking for. Madison police say the victim was documenting the June 24th protest when the suspect tripped him, catching the incident on video. Anyone who recognizes the suspect should call Madison area Crime Stoppers.
A federal judge today dismissing a lawsuit filed against the UW alleging the university reinstated former Badger football player Quintez Cephas without consulting the woman who accused him of sexual assault in 2018. A jury acquitted him of charges in 2019, and the school then readmitted him. The woman sued in 2020, alleging the university shut her out of the reinstatement decision in violation of federal gender equity laws. But today, a judge ruled she didn't provide enough evidence that the laws were violated, and nothing required UW officials to notify her of Cephas's reinstatement. Madison police arrested a man early this morning after what they call a weeks-long drug investigation. The Dane County Narcotics Task Force, with help from Madison's SWAT team, executed a search warrant at an apartment on Thompson Drive shortly around after 1:30 this morning. During the search, authorities arrested a 40-year-old man on a parole violation. Police say the man was a convicted felon and also seized a gun from his home as well.
Madison will be adding a second CARES team of mental health professionals to get to the south and west sides quicker. Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway and Attorney General Josh Kaul announced the second team today. Starting next week, they will respond to nonviolent behavioral health emergencies out of the fire station on Fish Hatchery Road. The program has responded to more than 670 calls since it started out of the Willie Street station last September.
So I think when you look at the call volume over time, it's pretty clear that this second team is not only needed, but it's also possible we may need more in the future. The majority of CARES patients are getting connected or reconnected to the behavioral health services that they need.
2 community paramedics and 2 crisis workers will make up the second team. After calling 911 and asking for CARES, responders help connect patients with acute services like Journey Mental Health Emergency Services Unit or stable services like Detox.
Our bodies! Our choice! Our bodies! Our choice!
Developing tonight, dozens of pro-choice protesters were arrested outside the Supreme Court today, including 16 members of Congress. Among them, Representatives Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Cori Bush, and Ilhan Omar. Police say they arrested the group for civil disobedience and charged with crowding and obstruction. And after being processed, they will be released. Also in Washington, the House has now passed a bill that would create federal protections for same-sex marriage.
At the forefront of the push is Congressman Mark Pocan, who spoke with political reporter Will Keneally ahead of tonight's vote.
So tonight's vote was to overrule the Defense of Marriage Act. It's a law that was passed in the 90s that denied federal benefits to same-sex couples. Now with the Supreme Court striking down abortion rights, Democrats like Pocan want the federal protections of marriage equality on the books.
We're just getting ready for anything. We realize that, when you have a Supreme Court that is willing to overturn half-century law, which is something I don't think Supreme Courts in the past have really done, we realize that there is a role for the legislative body to get this clarified.
So this bill would also extend protections to interracial couples, for example. And it passed along with bipartisan support in the House just within the last hour. 47 Republicans joined Democrats in voting for it. But the Senate will be more complicated. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin is among those pushing for the bill. She has at least one Republican, Susan Collins of Maine, on board. But the bill would likely need to beat the 60-vote threshold of the filibuster.
Well, thank you. Filmmaker Steven Spielberg, the most commercially successful director of all time, donated $20,000 to Democratic Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers' re-election campaign. That's according to a tally released today. Spielberg and his wife, actress Kate Capshaw, were among 31 people who gave the governor the maximum $20,000 donation allowed under law, according to information from the Wisconsin Democracy Campaign.
The chairman of the January 6th committee has tested positive for COVID-19. Democratic Mississippi Representative Benny Thompson's office confirmed that news today, but they say it won't impact Thursday's primetime hearing, even if the chairman cannot be there. Health experts say Omicron's BA.5 subvariant is dominating among COVID cases in the U.S. It's caused 78% of new infections across the U.S. last week, and that is up from 69% the week before, according to data from the CDC. The rise of the subvariant over the past 3 months has corresponded to an increase in cases, hospitalizations, and deaths in the U.S. and Europe.
And today on Live at 4, we spoke with UW Health's Dr. Jeff Pothoff and, about what COVID developments we are seeing on the local level.
In general, hospitals very, very busy, but not necessarily with COVID patients. And the COVID patients that are in the hospital, it's usually pretty even split between those who are admitted with symptoms of COVID and those admitted with other things. But compared to, say, even the Omicron surge in the spring, the rate of hospitalization and certainly the rate of people in the ICU is much lower. So it's more manageable, even though there are probably more cases of BA5 in the community than what we've seen in a long time.
Still ahead tonight at 6, a pair of local athletes drafted today to Major League ball clubs.
But first, a developing story. An explosion today at Hoover Dam. Video and what we know about it next.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
Have you ever experienced this view? Hi, Andrew Larson here. With Gutter Shutter, you'll never have to experience it again. Please give up this dangerous chore and protect your home's foundation with Gutter Shutter, the strongest, most durable, maintenance-free gutter on the market. Over the past 15 years, my team has installed thousands of maintenance-free gutter systems across South Central Wisconsin. We'd love to come out and show you what Gutter Shutter can do for you and your home, but most importantly, keep you safe and off that ladder. So call today for a free estimate.
I want to share my story so others can know that they are not alone.
When my mom and dad were first expecting, the pregnancy had complications and there was very little chance of survival. My mom's health was at risk too. She chose to end the pregnancy.
It was my decision, not some politicians.
Every woman should have the right to make her own decision. And I'll fight alongside you every step of the way until you do. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Soak in the savings at the Century House. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless seating. Don't miss the perfect opportunity to fill your home with the world's most comfortable seating for less. It's time for Stressless, proud to be endorsed by the American Chiropractic Association. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. State wildlife officials say they don't know when they'll release their new wolf management plan after initially saying the document would come out this spring. The DNR's current wolf management plan dates to 1999 and calls for capping the statewide population at 350 animals. The department started working with a stakeholder committee last year to draft a new plan. Their timeline called for releasing the draft for public review in the spring of this year, but it has not yet been released. If you or someone you know looking for work, the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department actively is hiring correctional officers. They're responsible for people housed at the Waukesha County Jail. Staff is currently at the Ingleside Hotel in Pewaukee until 8 p.m. hosting a hiring event tonight. Candidates will be able to apply and interview on site and could receive a conditional job offer on site. The hourly rate ranges from $24 to $31 per hour.
Looking ahead, Madison Curd Fest kicks off at Breeze Stevens Field on Saturday, and Culver's is joining in on that fun. The popular restaurant chain will bring a food truck to the event, and curds won't be the item offered. For one time only, Culver's will sell poutine. Proceeds from the meal will benefit Wisconsin FFA. The event runs from 4 to 8 p.m. And check this out, a transformer exploded at Hoover Dam this morning, igniting a fire near the Arizona turbine house. According to the Bureau of Reclamation, power was still being generated and the power grid was not at risk following that explosion. There are no injuries reported. The dam spans across the Arizona-Nevada border and provides power for Nevada, Arizona, and California. There is more to come at 6 when we come back from raging wildfires to temperatures climbing near 110 degrees. It is a scorcher across the country. We'll have a closer look at this current heat wave.
And we'll get a look at our local forecast as well. Meteorologist Dana Fulton will be rejoining us next.
Right now at Steinhafel, save big on all of our best sellers. Start with savings of 35% off store-wide. Then get great deals on all of our best-selling mattresses, bedrooms, sofas, dining rooms, and so much more. Something for every style and every budget at the guaranteed lowest prices. So shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com during the Best Sellers event. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
Get up and go! You heard the Jingle Man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBB.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
Get up and go!
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
I'm Tim Michaels. Commanding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was an honor beyond measure. America is a miracle of countless sacrifices from unknown patriots. Honoring that is our duty. But today, America is under attack by radicals trying to tear down everything that makes America great. This is a fight we cannot lose. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm running for governor to help save the America that those before saved for us.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Blistering heat is making life dangerous nationwide for millions of Americans. In places such as Memphis, Washington, D.C., and New York City, temperatures are expected to feel like triple digits.
Well, the thermometer could also top 110 in Dallas, which would be a new record there. Michael George has the story.
Across the nation, the heat is on.
When the heat is like this, everyone needs a way to have a backup plan.
Intense conditions are gripping parts of North Texas where wildfires are scorching homes and excessive heat warnings are in effect.
We have a pretty significant drought all across North and Central Texas.
And it's not just Texas. Nearly 40 million people in parts of California, Arizona, and the Central Plains are facing record temperatures.
We need a lot of rain for a lot of days.
In Arkansas, soaring temperatures on top of drought and inflation have producers lining up to sell their cattle.
Because of the cost of fertilizer, we didn't produce the hay that we normally would. So that's really put us in a really bad position now.
Here in the Northeast, temperatures are running 10 to 15 degrees above average with no relief in sight.
It's very difficult because my air conditioning broke, of course.
It's not easy, but it's better than the winter, and you got to enjoy it while it lasts.
The National Weather Service says climate patterns like La Nina are driving warmer and drier conditions north, which creates a drought and a so-called heat dome.
This is serious heat, and we're really concerned about those, particularly with pre-existing respiratory conditions.
For now, city leaders are urging people to stay hydrated, limit their time outdoors, and check in on elderly family members and neighbors who may be vulnerable. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Now, ERCOT, Texas's power grid, have also been pleading with customers to reduce electricity use to avoid rolling blackouts this month.
You may remember the power grid there failed during the deadly 2021 winter storm. And this heat wave isn't just hitting the U.S. The United Kingdom is bracing for even hotter temperatures after the national all-time heat record was shattered today. That is according to the country's National Weather Agency. Heathrow, home to London's main airport, recorded a temperature of more than 104 degrees Fahrenheit. And in France, hot winds are hampering efforts to contain wildfires that have scorched tens of thousands of acres.
Cloudy across southern Wisconsin today impacted our temperatures a bit. Here's meteorologist Dana Fulton, our first warn forecast.
We have that sunshine right now, but we did have a little more cloud coverage earlier this morning and early in the afternoons. That kept temperatures a little lower early in the day, so highs only climbing to the mid to upper 80s. Now we're watching a few shower chances, mainly north of Dane County. This is as a cold front is driving through the state. Our breeze currently coming in from the southwest, so we had those warm temperatures today. Behind this front, our breeze will come in from the northwest tomorrow, but it doesn't pull back our temperatures too much. It will pull back a little bit on our humidity, though. That'll be the good news for tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, the rest of the work week, the weekend, and next week looks quite muggy outside. High temperatures will be in the middle to upper 80s, so we still stay just a bit above average through the rest of the 10-day. And overall, we're expecting a mostly dry forecast. We have a few light showers currently north of Dane County, but the rest of the work week looks dry. Overnight, plan on temperatures dropping to about 70. Our breeze shifts directions early in the morning on Wednesday, and for Wednesday, we'll have sunshine with high temperatures in the middle 80s, so just a little bit above average. Again, those dew points will be in a more comfortable spot. The other thing for tomorrow, that breeze coming in from the northwest behind our front, it's going to be a little windy outside yet again. We're right back to that warm weather, though, for Thursday, near 70 early in the day, and then afternoon highs will be in the upper 80s with heat index readings in the mid to low 90s. We're about halfway through July at this point, are starting to move towards the last third of the month. Keep in mind, we still got to stay cool outside with these high temperatures. Light clothing or finding those shaded spots if you're outside, areas where you can stay cool. If you can limit your time outside, that's definitely the best way to try to stay cool with an AC or a fan nearby. And of course, hydrate. Even in the middle of winter, we should be drinking lots of water. For Wednesday, high temperatures will be in the mid 80s. Heat index readings will be in the upper 80s. So again, a little more comfortable outside tomorrow. Mostly sunny and still breezy. Wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mostly sunny for Thursday and Friday with high temperatures in the upper 80s. It'll be a little more humid, so those heat index readings climbing into the 90s for Thursday and Friday. Saturday and Sunday will bring in our next rain chances. Chance for showers and thunderstorm both afternoons. Though we will have dry hours mixed in. We'll be keeping an eye on some shower chances for us later on in the day. There's a chance on Monday, and then heading into next week, temperatures pulling back a bit in the middle to lower 80s for afternoon highs, and overnight lows will be in the mid to low 60s, so just a few degrees above average for highs and lows, but generally a pretty seasonable stretch expected for next week.
We're just 30 minutes away from first pitch of the Midsummer Classic. Now coming up in sports, we're going to get to hear from first-time All-Star Devin Williams.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at Lens Crafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
You experience so many moments in your home, and Kidde helps you protect every moment. Materials in today's homes cause fires to burn faster, leaving you as little as 2 minutes to get to safety. So check your smoke and carbon monoxide alarms and replace them if necessary. Ensure that you have the right equipment for all areas of your home. Right now, get 11% off all Kidde home safety products at Menards.
Is this the new phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
Mm-hmm. I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them?
I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
5,000
$100 a year. That's the burden of Joe Biden's inflation tax on Wisconsin families. They can't afford it. From the grocery store to the gas station, we're all paying the price for Biden's massive deficit spending. Ron Johnson has the courage to say no to spending that is mortgaging our children's future. And his small business tax cuts help them compete and survive the pandemic.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Nobody likes getting into a sweltering car on a hot day, so coming up tomorrow will help you cool your car quickly.
And answer our question of the day for your chance to win Restaurant Week bucks.
And a chance for showers and thunderstorms this weekend. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
Players have been selected in this year's MLB draft. Going early in the 11th round is Columbus High School lefty Christian Opper. The Oakland A's draft him with the 334th overall pick. Opper is committed to Florida JUCO Gulf Coast State College. Now, a few rounds after Opper, Milton High School star shortstop Gavin Keelan is taken by the Red Sox. He is selected 399th overall. Keelan played a pivotal part in the Red Hawks winning their first ever state title just last month. Keelan is committed to Louisville. Brewers enter the final round of this year's draft with 10 picks. The crew selecting a mix of pitchers and position players over the course of the day. Here's a look at those players drafted between the 11th and 20th rounds. As for the team, they return to action on Friday, where they begin a 6-game homestand with the Rockies up first. The Midsummer Classic is finally here. Today began with the red carpet show as the players made their way to Dodger Stadium, and representing the Brewers this year, Devin Williams and Corbin Burns. Burns will not be pitching tonight, but he is still there to support. Now, this marks Williams' first All-Star game bid, and when the announcement came out, he couldn't help but reflect on how much his career has changed over the last few years.
Just a testament to the work that I put in the offseason, you know. I had a good year last year and then had a little hiccup at the end there, but you know, I think that was just another motivating factor for me this offseason. Figuring out what I do best, and how to attack guys, and you know what's going to be best for me.
First pitch at Dodger Stadium is set for 7. We're going to have highlights from that Midsummer Classic later at 10. And it's almost time for the ESPYs. The annual award show is tomorrow night, and 2 players with Wisconsin ties are up for a pair of awards. Number 12 is nominated for Best Athlete in a men's sport, as well as Best NFL Player. Last season, Rodgers added to his already impressive resume, becoming the Pack's all-time leader in passing touchdowns. Plus, he earned his 2nd straight MVP award, just the 5th player in history to do that. Also in that category, Badger legend Jonathan Taylor, the Colts running back, took home the league's rushing yard title this season with over 1,800. He's also up for the Best Breakthrough Athlete.
Gotta love Jonathan Taylor. Really looking forward to seeing this year as well from him. What a year it was. Let's go to Dana. Final check of the forecast.
Still warm, still humid outside. Mostly sunny for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. High temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s. That means heat index readings will creep up into the low 90s again for the end of the week. We have a chance for showers and storms Saturday and Sunday with highs in the middle 80s. And as we look ahead to next week, it's still humid outside, though temperatures will be a bit close to average in the mid to low 80s for afternoon highs. Overnight lows will be in the middle to lower 60s with a slight chance for showers and storms almost every afternoon. That's just a late July pattern for us.
It's like island weather.
Yes.
There's always
like
an opportunity.
Yes. Florida mid-afternoon showers. It's what it reminds me of.
Exactly. And similar to today, the chance, you know, north of Dane County right now, but we still have that slight chance into the evening.
Yeah. Okay.
Dana, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.